Okay. Um. So can I ask you guys to turn on your camera, please? Oh, okay. Zoe, can you turn on your camera, please? Yeah, thank you. Now we will start our lesson for today. So today we will start season 12, interdisciplinary debate, which is the last lessons of ours. So what is in the interdisciplinary debate? Can someone read for me this page? Okay, Lily.
Yes, so interdisciplinary debate is in the context of the World Scholars Club (WSC) refers to debates that require participants to draw on knowledge and skill from multiple and academic disciplines. This means that debaters must be well versed not only in debate techniques, but also in various subjects such as science, literature, history, social studies, and the arts.
Okay, thank you. So interdisciplinary debate is like as in WSC, which it refers to. It requires participants to like you have to draw on knowledge and your skills from discipline multiple sources. So you have to like well versed not only in debate techniques, you have to also master various subjects like in science, literature, history, etc. Yeah. So let's dive deeper into what is in this interdisciplinary debate. So the key factors of this interdisciplinary debate in WNDC is is that firstly is the diverse topics of this. So debate motions, it covers like a wide range of subjects. It requires participants to integrate information from different fields. So which means that this debate it will like it covers many topics, many diverse topics. For example, one time you would debate in history, one time you debate in art, for example. Secondly, you have to have a holistic understanding. So debaters, they need to they need a very broad understanding of various disciplines to construct well-rounded arguments. So if you don't have the understanding of the topics, for example, if you don't understand the histories of art or traditional art, you might not construct a well-rounded argument, which means you might not construct a full argument. Thirdly, you have to think critically. Sorry. So this type of debate, it will likely to encourage you to critical thinking, which means that you have to think in order to be able to debate this. So as a participant, you must have to like analyze how different fields intersect and also influence each other. Fourthly, you have the research skills, which means strong research skills that are essential to gather relevant information from various disciplines. Likely, you have to have a resources to research all of these so that you could debate. So that is the view. So fifthly is adaptability. You must know how to adapt to their argument based on the interplay between different fields. So you must understand what are they talking about. If you don't understand what are they talking about, you don't know how to rebut. And That's why you have to adapt quickly to the arguments in a round. Now, key terms in interdisciplinary debate. So firstly is the policy, which is the plan or actions made by organizers or government. So policies are often discussed when talking about how to run things in society. So first, so interdisciplinary debate, there are two key terms that we need to look at. First is policy, which you know what is policy means. It is a plan or actions it made by some organizers or even the government. So these policies, they are like discussed when talking about how to run things in society, how to make things in society, and how society might, yeah, so my how society will run. Secondly is sustainability, which is the ability to keep something going for a long time. So it's often talked about when discussing how to take care of the environment and the economy. So sustainability is like putting something in a point that it will not fall for a long time. So it yeah. So it will have to keep something going for a long time, which is long-term benefits. So this will like often talk about how you take care of the environment, how you would save it from climate change, and the economy of how you could sustain the market in the economy, or how to plant a tree sustainability. Now, so yeah, so we will reach to the climate change terms that we need to discuss here. There are a few terms in climate change. Firstly is can you read for me, Jura, can you read for me greenhouse gases?
Greenhouse gases. Gases that trap heat in the atmosphere, which leads to global warming.
Okay, thank you. So greenhouse gases, I thank you, Jura. I will explain again. Greenhouse gases is the gases that it was trap that will trap heat in the atmosphere, likely to be results be the causes of the factory, the big factory that have the greenhouse gases. This is why they call greenhouse gases, and it will lead to global warming. It will go into the air and then it will warm the atmosphere up. Secondly, is carbon footprint. Can you read for me, Zoe? Can you read for me carbon footprint? Zoe? Zoe, are you here? Okay, Zoe is not here. How about Lily?
Yes.
Okay. Zoe, can you read for me carbon footprint, please?
So carbon footprint is the amount of greenhouse gases that are produced by human activities, measured in CO2.
Okay, thank you, Zoe, for that. So carbon footprint, it means that the amount of greenhouse gases that are released by humans activity, it is measured in CO2, and a carbon footprint is how much carbon are in the air. Renewable energy, can I ask Sony to read for me renewable energy, please?
Okay, renewable energy. Energy that comes from sources that naturally refill, like wind, solar, and water power.
Okay, thank you, Sony. So renewable energy is mean that the energy that come naturally is doesn't come from like factory or light bulb or something else. So it will never if some renewable energy it will never be gone. It will never like run out of stuff. So you have like oil or coal that will likely to run out in some hundred or some hundred or tens year, but like wind, solar, the sun, and water power, it never runs out. We could use that instead of coal and oil, which also cause a massive pollutions if we use it too much. Now let's read to artificial intelligence AI terms. So firstly is the aphorism, which is a set of rules or instructions a computer follows to solve problems or do tasks. Mainly artificial intelligence, they will have some rules or instructions so that they could like solve problems. Although machine learning, which is where AI learns, where computer learns from data, and they have to get better at that over time without being directly programmed to improve. Also, ethical AI. So AI systems, they are designed to be fair and avoid biases. It will ensure that they make ethical decisions. Now let's read through the sample result, which is can someone read for me the motion, please? Joa, can you read for me the motion? Oh, okay, Lily. And
Okay.
wait, okay, so Joa, please read for me the.
Yes. Read orbit author's argument for proposition.
No, like the motion, this house believes.
This have believed that modern fem, fem, feminist that has become too radical.
Okay, thank you, Jura. Lily, can you read for me the arguments for proposition, please? Lily, can you read for me the argument for proposition, please?
Yes. So, right for all 5 minutes. Rhetoric can alienate potential allies, including men. Extremes positions may overshadow the practical and moderate goals of the movements, can create divisions within the feminist movement itself. Risk of focusing too much on identities or politics rather than an universal human right.
Thank you, Lily. So the arguments against opposition, the arguments against which is the opposition side, may I ask Zoe, can you read for me that? Thank you. Like just read the arguments against for which is the opposition side. Don't read the PSA. Thank you. Zoe? Zoe, are you here?
Yes,
Can you read for me the arguments against opposition?
yes. Radical believes is necessary to challenge deeply ingrained system of opposition. Extreme are sometimes required to bring attention to serious issues that persist within the movement, allows for a range of strategies and solutions. Radical voice can boost the boundaries of the conversations, leading to meaningful change.
Okay, thank you, Zoe. So after this, argument 4, which is the proposition and argument against opposition. there is a thing that I want you to note down that is very important when you debating on feminism top motions. So remember that when you are debating this motion, it is important for you that you can create an argument that protect women and promote gender equality, whatever side you are. Feminism motions, which mean that which mean that women, they are protecting and they are protesting in the streets. So you have to create an argument where you have to protect the woman and you have to have gender equality. So you must not favor the woman's side. You must not favor the men's side. You have to favor both sides. So you might heard of the hashtag Me Too movement. So firstly is task one resolve. This house supports the Me Too movement as a catalyst for change. So there are 4 questions that you need to answer that I want you to answer all these 4 questions. So I will send this in the chat. So, and I will give you, this is quite a hard motion. It will likely, you will have to like research. Firstly, you have to research on the internet and answer the 4 questions. Okay. So I will it will be, yeah, it is in the chat. So yes. So first you need to research on the internet and then you have to answer the 4 questions, okay? I will give you like 20 minutes until, let me see. This is 9:38. I will give you 20 minutes, which is 9:58. And I will call you guys to answer each question. But you have to still prep 4 questions, okay? After we finish, we will move on to task 2.